Hey guys, it's a beautiful, cool morning. We need to get down in the woods and do some work. So we thought we'd just bring y'all along with us to see the beautiful woods and listen to the birds. While he's not needing me, I'm going to go along the edge of the road here, and I'm going to pick me up some dandelion flowers to dry and make some salve out of because I don't have any dandelion salve. So I'm going to get some of those. I'm going to try to find me some violets. What I've got here is the thing that our bees come in, and it's going to work really good to put out here and dry these dandelions and these violets on. And I rinsed them off real good. So I'm just going to lay them out here in the sun and let them dry. You can even, there's a hole in the side right here, and there's another place inside where you could put them inside to keep, maybe a little bit of dirt and stuff off of them. But I'm just going to lay them out here. A little dirt won't hurt me. Let the sun work on them a little bit. Then we're going to trot back out there and we're going to talk to Mr. Brown just a little bit. See what's going on out there. I appreciate y'all being with us. It's just a part of homesteading. You always try and prepare for the next winter coming up.
Boy, it's a beautiful day to be alive and well in the Ozarks. This morning it was about 36 degrees. And we have had so much rain that I've been having problems having to wait to get wood out of the woods. But today was an opportunity to get some out. So I have recently purchased this motorized wood splitter. And I bought it from my youngest son. It's about a year or so old. They sold their place and bought a small farm, and they don't have wood heat there right now. And I told him if he wanted to sell it, let me know, and he did, so I bought it from him. Back in the day when I was a young man, when I started out splitting wood, I had two different kind of axes, and this is also the type of axe that we use to chop if you got a saw hung up while you was cutting wood. But this is a double bit axe. This one here is a fairly old axe. It's an art, it's a technique if you're going to bust wood with a double bit axe. There's a motion that when you come down, just as you hit the top of that wood, you twist that handle. You don't want this axe to bury up in that wood, because all it's going to do is stick. When I was a young man, that's what I started out with, busting wood. And we had just a single bit axe. It was broad up here at the top. It looked a lot like this small axe here that I use. This is what I use to take the woods with me now, in case I get a saw hung up or something, or saw just trimming limbs around. That's a single bit. They had a big axe like this that was single bit, and I split wood with that. And then we went uptown. My high school years on, my later years, this is what I use. This is a splitting maul. It's thick on top, broad, and it's a lot easier to bust wood. You can bust some knotty wood with that. Back in the day, they had a wooden handle. This one is a fiberglass handle. You don't bust it very easy. A wooden handle, if you mislicked just a little bit and caught the edge of your wood on the handle, you could bust it out real easy. But these here you can't hardly bust. And I still bust wood with this sometimes, not very often anymore, but on occasion. Now, back in the day, usually when we had the double bit axe, we had wedges, steel wedges. This here is a smaller, pretty thick, smaller type wedge. You could, and we had different sizes. There's all kinds of sizes. I've got several of them around. I just didn't take time to look them up. But you would put different sides. You would start this wedge into a knotty piece of wood, drive it down in there so forth, and you'd take another wedge that was maybe longer or thicker, and you'd put it down beside it, and you'd work your way through a hard piece of wood. And that was work. Now this right here, there's no telling how old this is. It don't even, it's wore. This is a broad axe. Now this is what they used in the day to shape for your log home, to shape a log, to put in a log house, to shape logs for different things. But this is a broadaxe. And like I say, there's no telling how old this is. I know it's 100, but I don't really know how old it is.
Where did you get that at? I forgot.
It come from my dad.
Come from your daddy?
And I don't know for sure where he came up with it. I don't know if it was where it come from, but it's old. I can tell you it's old.
Well, I'm glad that we got this mechanical wood splitter now.
Well, nowadays,
because we're too old.
Nowadays, this is nice. This is something, like I say, we just recently bought it. I've used it before. All this other wood, I actually used it. I borrowed it from my son and used it. And now it's mine. My wife bought it for me. and it's a lot easier on this old man's back. And I'm going to show you how good this thing here works. Now that's a lot easier. I can bring a load of wood up with that tractor, keep it up there where I can grab it, I can handle it, I can bust it, I can stack it. And we've done this pile of wood here in a few hours today, and
How many more loads we got?
I'm gonna get a couple more buckets, or at least one more bucket today, then I'm gonna start again in the morning. It's supposed to be cool in the morning.
Well, that's a lot easier on our bodies because,
A lot easier.
you know, in our younger days, there were times that's how we put groceries on the table, was cutting wood and selling it. And I tell you what, when you go doing that, that's hard work when you've went out and cut wood all day long for days on end to make a living. And there's a lot of people out there that do the same thing.
There's still people do it, not as many.
But our backs were stronger, our knees were stronger, and I'm going to say that's why we have our backs are broke and our knees are blowing out now because of all that work we done all of our life. But I'm glad you got this now.
Me too. I busted this a little bit smaller than you would for a stove because of our wood stove. So
Wood cook stove.
our wood cook stove. So It just makes it a lot easier. I can bust it. If I had to set that wood up and bust it that small, the way I used to bust it, it would be a real job. This particular one, I think, is about 900 plus tax right now. 25-ton log splitter. It's got a crawler engine on it. Like I say, I bought it from my son, and I'm proud to have it. So I'll get many years use out of it, I hope, if I'm able to do it. If not, I'll pass it on to somebody else. Let them do it.
You ready to get a bite to eat?
I am hungry.
Before we go back to work?
Ain't it a beautiful day?
It is.
I mean, beautiful.
We love y'all. God bless and stay well, everybody.